is the Moonlight Soldier. Welcome back to my Metal Slug 3 Let's Play. I decided to leave out my introduction just because it's pretty much taking up right back where I left off. Anyways, this is the third level in the game, and also the first time you get to use the submarine. Now, I'm going to show you an alternative path, actually, with this one. It's a path that I actually pretty much always take. Actually, I just want to correct myself. The second boss of this game actually is not the first boss with more than one form. That would the first boss actually is the final boss of Metal Slug 2, because what it is, first you fight the UFO, then the UFO crashes, then it joins the mothership. Yeah, anyways, what you just saw was the secret route. What is that wall there? If you destroy all the turrets, the wall falls, and it blocks the entrance. Anyways, this is easily my second favorite vehicle. Why? It's a submarine. Look at the shots. They log. That means you don't even have to be right in front of them. You don't even have to aim at them. All you have to do is just make sure that the shot logs at them. However, it also has probably the more annoying enemies, such as the submarine right here that I'm fighting right now. It has those shots in the submarine are pain to dodge. And not to mention, the enemy submarines shoot 3 missiles at once, which will actually absorb your bullets. That's a pain in the ass. Yeah, I gotta learn to stop swearing when doing these. It'll take me a while. I'm used to it. I got desensitized. Anyways. Oh, where the heck is it? Where is that? Just a guess. Anyways, yeah. I'm gonna pull what I'm talking about right now. Actually, it's funny. Other than this section, this is probably my least favorite level of this game. Not saying that it's a bad level, it's just not particularly my favorite because you get easily the I'm not supposed to swear. Anyways, normally, like with the submarine, I can either get away without dying, and the occasional time I can actually get away without losing the submarine. One thing I do like about this is that the firing speed is, well, it's not the fastest with the pistol, but it's still pretty fast. And also your grenades are different. They're depth charges. They look like coins, like little silver coins, and oh, I'm not getting that picture. They look like little silver coins, and then what it is, they shoot up and then they drop. So you can literally use them. See? It's weird. They look like coins. Fear my change. Anyways, and now we get to probably what I like to call the Metal Gear segment of Metal Slug. I kid you not. Oh hey, cameras. Well, you pretty much just saw what happens if a camera sees you. And another game over. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, first let's get the tray. Okay, that normally doesn't happen. Is what it is. For the hanging cameras, you can just shoot them and they explode. For those guys, that sucked. For those guys, you have to shoot the lens, otherwise the bullets just bounce off. You have to shoot it directly in the lens. Grenades will destroy it in a single shot. Like most things, like most enemies, it destroys in a single go. Normally I can actually get past this little segment without dying. Of course, like I said, this is my worst playthrough. This is my worst playthrough to date, so... okay, yeah, this little bit isn't even embarrassing. Oh well. Yeah, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to enjoy something. Anyways. If you shoot, like, there, see? You probably have to go back to see it. Yeah, there's some bonuses and such that you can actually get just by shooting just random locations. Shoot a wall, shoot the roof, try and shoot something that's in the background. I love doing that. Just two guys just having a conversation. You just come out and work grenade. And this is where the level for me starts going downhill. First of all, yeah, the enemies actually spawn both above and below you. It alternates. And it can actually be rather irritating. I'm getting better at this place now, but it's really annoying, especially when it just changes on you like that, because you just don't see it coming, and there's always the one guy that's always ready to fire. You really have to be on top of your game in this little section. Right here, I noticed something. Again, for people who don't play, unlike other games where one bullet will finish a guy off and the next one will just travel straight through, it doesn't work like that. An enemy can actually soak up a number of bullets before he dies. He'll die with one bullet, but he will keep absorbing others, kind of like a body shield. This, in my opinion, is the worst mech in the game. I'm going to try and keep it alive just so I can actually use it to tank versus the boss here. But first of all, you can look at the top. It only has limited ammunition. What kind of a mech has limited ammo? I just don't like that. At the very least, it gives me an excuse to spam the invisibility frame, and it looks pretty awesome when you get the power up and actually using their own weapons against them. It's just, I just don't like this vehicle. The hitbox is it has the biggest hitbox of all the vehicles in the game. It's easily the slowest, and to top it all off, the least maneuverable. Okay, what I tried to do here was that I wanted to try and pick up the shotgun, so I have it outside the map, but I accidentally grabbed it with the map. So I have the shotgun in the map. I am not jumping down. I'm trying to preserve this mech, which, as you can see, I am failing at. And I ultimately do fail at, because what it is... Okay, see those two prisoners up there. The second all the enemies are dead, the screen automatically forces you to go forward. Now, there's the gas there, and the gas is going to run out, so I try and go up there. He hits me, and then shoots me. Yeah. In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have gone for the gas, but I don't know. Especially since, yeah, Metal Slug definitely has a thing of slapping you in the face when you make a stupid move, and you realize that if you just had a little bit of patience, you would have gotten what you were trying to get in the first place. That was pure luck. I am not going to lie. That heavy machine gun dropping right in front of me was just pure luck. Of course, I lose it, because this boss is probably one of the more annoying ones just because of the little launcher thing, but it's not that hard. Just as long as you're able to read figure out what attacks it's going to do. Like sometimes when it takes out the giant missile, when its hand changes like that, you can definitely tell it's going to do the laser thing. When it takes out a missile, half the time it will. Here we go. See how fast I'm going through that clip? I'm just aiming as fast as I can. But don't forget, that's not crouched. Anyways, yeah, I really don't like those rockets. They're not. You can shoot them, yes, it makes it easier, but dodging them is really weird. I noticed that for this guy, whenever it brings its hand up to its ear like that, I can pretty much guess it's going to shoot the laser. The lasers are easy to dodge. Yeah, that was sad. The rockets, sometimes it will use the laser, sometimes it won't. It's weird that way. Oh, crap. Yeah, sorry about that. My dad came down and wanted to say something. Uh, anyways, and I want to know what I don't like is that I think this is like the first design for a boss used later in the series, which is hands down the most irritating and at the same time probably the most inappropriate boss. Yeah, you can also use the missiles it takes out of its chest as platforms. Anyways, this one level took 10 minutes, so I have to cut it here. Stay tuned for part 3.